Welcome into the picks presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, your guide to the Texas high school football playoffs. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to the greatest show on earth. Certainly that's trademarked. That's a bad idea. Please don't sue me. The Texas high school football playoffs are here, and there's nothing quite like it. 704 UIL Texas high school football teams, all with dreams of making it to Arlington, Texas, in the 2025 UIL Texas high school football state championship games. They've got to win in advance to get there, and it all starts this week with 352 win or go home games scattered all across the state. And guess what? We're picking all 352 of them. I'm either going to mention it out loud or it is going to be scrolling on this side of the screen. And I get this every year. You're going to say, oh, you missed this game, you missed that game. I did not. I promise. I checked. It's either scrolling here or I mention it out loud. If I mention it out loud, it's not going to be scrolling here. If it's scrolling here, I'm not going to mention it out loud. You got it? Cool. We're going to pick all 352. There are massive games everywhere you look. Let's get going. We start in Houston. 7 o'clock Friday night at Tomball ISD Stadium. It is a 6A Division II by-district matchup as the Tomball Cougars take on the Waller Bulldogs. What are the keys to this matchup? Key number 1, TKO. Let's talk about TK Gaines, the super sophomore quarterback for Waller, and what a revelation he has been for this Bulldogs attack. A guy who has really grown as the season has gone on and is now an electrifying playmaker, fully capable of taking over any game. He will be the single most exciting player on the field on Friday night in Tomball. Can the sophomore step up in a huge way on the big stage? Key number 2, Tomball's offensive balance. So when you take a look at this Cougars ball club, what stands out to me is obviously the offensive side, averaging nearly 40 points per game. But my question is, like, defensively, where do you attack them? Because they can do so many different things. Their quarterback, Jackson Falden, has been fantastic. 23-1 touchdown to interception ratio. You can live with that. And they've got a stud sophomore of their own in the running back, Ian Thomas, who is over 1,200 yards on the season. You add in the weapons they've got on the outside. This is a balanced attack for Tomball, and when they really bloom is when they're able to get both the running game and the passing game going. So on Friday night, can they get both of those parts of the offense rolling? And key number 3, playoff experience. So for Tomball, they're seniors. This is the 9th playoff game that they have seen in their high school career. And I think that's a credit to Dave Handel and his coaching staff, elevating this Tomball program to be one of the most consistent in the Houston area. They've been great. For Waller, it's all new. This is the Bulldogs' first playoff appearance since 2014, and what a job Coach Marcus Mendoza has done for this program to get them back to a place they have not been in more than a decade. But now it gets to win or go home time, right? For Tomball, over the last few years, this is old hat. For Waller, it's all new. The question here, does playoff experience matter? Who am I picking? I'm going with Tomball. I think being at home helps in this one, certainly, but I also think that the defense, led by Braden Schneider, is the difference in this one. When that defense takes the ball away, they are very hard to beat. Now, I mentioned Waller has got the single individual best playmaker in this one in their quarterback, TK Gaines, and he is capable of taking over this ball game. Furthermore, I want to see if they can get that running game going with Robert Carter. What a stud he has been, as the senior has been for this program. But I think that Tomball's defense is the difference here. I think the Cougars move on to the area round. Let's go to 5A, 7 o'clock Friday night at Anderson Stadium in Mansfield. It is a 5A Division II by-district matchup as the Timberview Wolves take on the Anna Coyotes. And for Anna, it's a familiar face at the helm, quarterback Zyondre Williams, back in the playoffs, making his 10th career playoff start. That is pretty remarkable. Remember, he led them to a state championship as a sophomore back in 2023, but I think that he has been terrific. 36 total touchdowns on the year, but I think the defense as well, with Jaden Parker, has stepped up in a big way. Timberview's a really interesting test because they've got a ton of playmakers, right? Guys like Jacoby Easter who can do a little bit of everything, but I think that the strength of this Timberview team is their physicality and their defense, led by Ernesto Leon Chavez. Their defense has really been strong. And so you take a look at this matchup, and while I think that Anna has the single individual best playmaker in Zyondre Williams, styles make fights. And I think that Timberview really matches up well with Anna, especially up front. That is going to be key. Can Anna protect DeAndre Williams? I've got all eyes on this one. This game is fascinating, but I think Timberview gets the win. Let's go to 4A, 7 o'clock Friday night at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena. It is a 4A Division II bi-district matchup as Hampshire Finette takes on Lamar. Fascinating ball game here. Hampshire Finette is here because they dropped their regular season finale in a heartbreaker to West Orange Stark, and now they get a very feisty Lamarck squad. 8-2 on the year, and I think flying under people's radar. Love the quarterback matchup in this one. Two sophomores loading up in this one. Deuce Walker for Lamarck has been a revelation. I really like what Blake Broussard does for this offense there at Hampshire Finette. He has been terrific. All eyes here are on the Hampshire Finette offense up against the Lamarck defense led by Brendan Harris II. For me, I'm keeping an eye on that matchup because Hampshire Finette, in their 7 wins, they average 41 points a game. In their 3 losses, just 20. Can Lamarck bottle them up? I think they can. Give me the Cougars. To 3A we go. 7 o'clock Friday night at Leopard Stadium in LaGrange. It is a 3A Division II bi-district matchup as the Lexington Eagles take on the Cougars of Wallace Brazos. And I think Wallace Brazos might be among the most dangerous 3 seeds in all of Texas high school football because this team is 8-2 and very, very dangerous. And if you have not seen Jarvis Dickerson, their quarterback, you are in for a treat. This guy is a dynamo, a superstar out there, and he does a little bit of everything. Their leading passer and their leading rusher. He is box office. But if you're looking for box office, look on the other side with Case Evans, the outstanding quarterback for Lexington, putting together a remarkable Texas high school football career. One of the very best quarterbacks in all of Class 3A, looking to go out with a bang. And so for me, with superstars on both sides, this comes down to defense. And that is where I think Lexington, with Robert Kellenberger, has the advantage. I think that defense leads them to a win. Give me Lexington. To 2A we go, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Memorial Stadium in Big Spring. It's a 2A Division I bi-district matchup as the Ozona Lions take on the Anson Tigers. We just got done talking about Wallace Brazos as one of the most dangerous 3 seeds in Texas high school football. I think Anson is among the most dangerous 4 seeds in Texas high school football. Their defense has been excellent. They've allowed single-digit point totals in 6 of their 10 ball games, and they have got a quarterback in Hunter Teichelman who can do a little bit of everything. They will have their hands full with unbeaten Ozona and the remarkable Christian Villarreal, chasing history 540 yards away from the all-time single-season rushing record set by Ken Hall 72 years ago. And he is in range. If you've never seen this guy, he is a freight train out there, and it's going to be up to the Anson defense to slow him down. Now, let's be really clear about this. If Ozona wins this game and they play next week, there is a pretty darn good chance that we will have a new single-season rushing king in Texas high school football by the time it's all said and done. And remember, that would be game 12, the same number of games that Ken Hall did it. I think Ozona gets the win. Give me the Lions. And let's go to 6-man football, 7:30 p.m. Thursday night in Claude. It is a 1A Division II bi-district matchup as the Miami Warriors take on the Paducah Dragons. Because of the smaller playoff field, only 2 teams from each district make the playoffs as opposed to 4. You get to the good stuff quicker in 6-man football, and that is the case in this one, a critical Region 1 showdown. Miami is undefeated for the 2nd time in 3 years. I love their senior-laden defense led by Jack Katara, and they have got a freshman star on the offensive side, and Chance White. He has been electrifying. Well, Paducah's a tough matchup in the first round. They are 8-1. Their 1 loss on the year is a 1-point loss at Motley County. They are dangerous. Darren Mackey is the name to know for them. He is their stud spread back. He's going to do a little bit of everything. As it comes down to 6-man football, it's usually about stops, and that's where I think the Miami defense might have a little bit of an advantage. Give me the Warriors.
The Picks is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't have time to go to a Dick's store this week? Just go to dicks.com.
Yo, these KDs are fire. Bro, you work here?
Whatever, kid. Take notes. Yo, I can go all pro in these.
I can guard you and route you up.
You sure about that?
Not anymore.
Fellas looking for a quarterback?
The goal!
Billy needs cleats. You're right, Billy. These do bring out my house.
Every shoe for every athlete, only at Dick's.
Dick's is the GOAT.
But those are far from the only big games in the first round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. Remember, I'm picking every single game. I'll either mention it out loud or it's scrolling on the side of the screen. Let's get to the lightning round. In 6A Division I, I like South Grand Prairie over Lake Highlands, and give me Dickinson over Atascocita. I like Cy Ranch over Klein, and give me Hutto over Austin Bowie. 6A Division II now, I like Prosper over Hebron. Give me Manville just barely over Fort Bend Hightower. And in maybe the biggest game of the weekend, I like Austin Westlake over Austin Vandegrift. 5A Division I now, I like Midlothian over Georgetown Eastview. And after one of the craziest 24 hours in Texas high school football history, I think Amarillo beats El Paso El Dorado. I like LaPorte over a dangerous Pflugerville Weiss team, and give me San Antonio Piper over San Antonio J. 5A Division II now, give me Brenham over Texas City. I like Victoria West over Corpus Christi Miller, and I like Huntsville in a close one over Marshall. 4A Division I now, give me Burnett over Andrews, and I like Paris over Dallas Lincoln. I'm going with Longview Pine Tree over Lumberton, and how's this for first round pedigree? I like Corpus Christi Cal Allen over El Campo. To 4A Division II we go. I like Graham over Godley. Give me Bandera over Gonzales, and out east I like Athens over Gilmer. 3A Division I now, I like Commerce over Jefferson, and give me Peaster over Sweetwater. I like Hitchcock over Little River Academy, and in one of the premier games of the first round, I like Raymondville over Orange Grove. In 3A Division II, I like San Angelo Grape Creek over Crane. Give me West Rusk over Woodville, and I'm going with Holiday over Early. 2A Division I now, I like Hamilton over Tioga. Give me Wascom over Cooper, and San Saba gets a win over Rosebud Lot. 2A Division II now, give me Sudan over Farwell, and I like Lindsay over Hamlin. I'm going with Overton over West Sabine, and I like Burton over Brackettville. And there's more must-see six-man action. In 1A Division I like Robert Lee over Ira, and give me Union Hill over Avalon. And in 1A Division II, I like Oakwood over Three-Way. And those are the picks. I picked all 352 UIL Texas High School football playoff games. I either mentioned it out loud or was scrolling on the side of the screen, and now you can let me know, what am I wrong about? Leave comments down below. Don't forget that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCampbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCampbells. And of course, see us at texasfootball.com, where you can find complete coverage of the 2025 Texas High School Football Playoffs at texasfootball.com/playoffs. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the bi-district round of the playoffs. We'll see you.